All right, y'all. What's going on? Got a few of y'all in here already, so we're gonna kick this thing off here. Got another fight week coming up. What is it? Three fights. Three fights on this card. See, Sync, what's going on? Zaman, what's up? So yeah, let's see what we got. Let's go ahead and pull this thing up here, man. Because really just want to talk about these fights tonight and give my picks, my predictions for these. Let's see. We'll get started here about the 3-minute mark. I want to pull this card up. This is the Sanhagen song card, right? Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, because as y'all know, Marina Monroe and Sarge, that's in November. That whole card, uh, that whole fight between her and no, that fight got scrapped. It's Marina Monroe and Jennifer Maia now. So Marina Monroe and Jennifer Maia scheduled for November. Two beasts. Yeah, let's jump into this, man. This is going to be an early card because I think they're trying not to compete with the boxing card. The Canelo and Golovkin fight is the same night, Saturday. So we got this card starting at what, 4 o'clock? Yeah, 4 p.m. Other card is 4 p.m. and the main card starts at 7. So there's no women fights. No women fights on the main card. All on the prelim so we can get them out the way. Right? These aren't really like the major fights, like the top level in the division. So, they can be on the prelims. I have no issue with that. Go ahead and get them out the way early. Check them out in the afternoon. And yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about this fight first, man. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way because this ain't really. It might turn out to be a good scrap, but I don't know if it's really like a meaningful fight for somebody like Jillian Robertson. Jillian Robertson has like second most wins in the flyweight division, which still doesn't hold too much weight because she's not ranked, right? So, but other than that, I think Jillian Robertson still has a little bit more to offer than somebody like Agapova. Agapova kind of been on that pattern, that show up pattern, win loss pattern. She seems to have trouble, putting it together. Sometimes she fights off emotion. Hopefully she shows up and doesn't try to get into like a scrap. Hopefully she comes in with more technique. Jillian, she has her specialty, but I think she's really been trying to work on her striking. She's been trying to put her stand up together because she needs it. She needs that second gear in case the first gear doesn't work. Can't always depend on the ground. Jillian doesn't really go in there and get the massive takedowns anyway. Like Andrade or somebody like Tyler Santos in the division where they come in and just scoop these fighters up and get them down. Right? She's always pulling these fighters down. So, eventually she's going to need that striking to mask takedowns. Right? You saw her striking more in that JJ Aldrich fight. Even like when they weren't landing, she was pumping, her kicks out. Like she was getting comfortable with it. She was trying. So, same goes in this fight, except she needs to connect. You got to find range. And Jillian doesn't need to be on the outside with Agapova. She needs to make this a fight, like Marina Monroe did. She's got to be on the inside. You don't want to get caught with something crazy from Agapova. You know, Agapova has those head kicks. You know, she can throw them off. She can fire them off. You know, all she got to do is get her range. Boom, she can land them. You know, she's dangerous in the first round. You know, she's dangerous for that first round as long as she can stay away from your clinch and keep her back off the fence. I think Agapova is dangerous that first round, but I can't really say she's like a 3-round fighter has that tank because we've seen her fade. You know, Jillian, haven't really seen her fade too much, just seen her get outclassed. That's why I said she needs to put together some more of these tools so she doesn't get caught hanging. You know what I mean? She don't get caught hanging next time out. Let's see. So Jillian, they put her on that list with Valentina and Chikagan as one of the fighters with the most wins. Let's see how many wins she got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she got about 7 wins, right? Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so she has 6 wins. Where she got third most in the flyweight division and lost her last fight 6 months ago against JJ Aldridge, who was a good technical stand-up fighter, you know, committed to her stand-up too. So that's the difference between JJ and Agapova. So I think Jillian has a good chance to win in this fight. So studying the resume again of Jillian Robertson, this is a fight that I said this last time I'm not getting hyped for because I thought at this point, you know, she needs that test again to see where she's at, you know, just to see can she make adjustments in a fight? Can she commit to striking? Can she step out of her comfort zone? Well, this fight might test her to a certain degree. We don't know. I know some of y'all fill me in. BJ, what's up? He said, let's go. Some of y'all fill me in on the what was it? The surgery. Somebody said Agapova had that like nasal passage surgery, which you were saying that might help her out with the gas tank, the breathing. You know, I don't know if it's just that needs to be worked on. I think there's a lot of things about her that she needs to put together. You know, Agapova has got to work her takedown defense, you know, especially against some of these grapplers like this. You know, you've got to keep that. You got to keep that range. You got to be able to keep that distance from these type of fighters. You know, don't let them just bum rush you. Create range, and then when they do get in, you know, you got to be able to scramble or use that sprawling. I know I've seen her sprawl before because, you know, she did come out of ATT, you know, getting that work in with Joanna, watching those type of stand-up fighters get their game together. But BJ said it helped with Montana. Yeah, I'm sure it did, you know, but, you know, when you look at Agapova, there's a lot more that she needs, you know, to step up in, right? So much more, man. Fighting off her back. And I think that's where Jillian Robertson has issues. Not Jillian Robertson. That's where Agapova has those issues on her back. And that's where Jillian Robertson thrives. When she gets you on your back, she's in top position. She's letting her hands go. You know, no pity pat ground and pound from her. You know, so that's going to have to be her main goal too. Robot Chickens, what's up, man? He said, Combo Nation, let's go. Marcus Bell, what's up? Yeah, man. I don't know though. I'm looking at this resume, Jillian, man. She gotta get on her grind, man. Because let's see, she got a victory against Poliana Botelho. Poliana upset me in that fight. Poliana coming back in Invicta FC in a couple weeks, just so y'all know. Then she lost to Tyler Miranda back to back. Okay. And she got a victory against Cachoeira. I can see that. That was expected. Then when she stepped in there with that technician, JJ, she lost. So there's a certain type of fighter she's losing to. This one against Agapova, she should be able to do, though. I think she should be able to win this fight. If she can take Agapova into deep waters, avoid the striking first round, put pressure on, pressure, don't give her any type of range, move that head, keep that head off the line, avoid them straight left hands, make her wear herself down. She should be good. But Robertson said, I like Agapova. Her strike is really nice. Yeah, her strike is good, but her overall game plan sometimes is kind of questionable. Nice start against Hannah Cyphers and fighters like the level she was fighting in Invicta FC, but soon as she went in there against a couple ladies that wanted to press her and get her down, like Moreau, Dobson, came up short. I couldn't believe Mazo actually lost in that fashion. Mazo should have been bringing more to the table. Like Mazo should have been like, the taller fighter finding her range. She was just like following Agapova around. And I don't want to see Jillian get caught into that chasing. Jillian can't be chasing. She's got to be catching kicks. When she sees head kicks, she's got to time them. And boom, single leg. Boom, single leg. Trip her up, right? Pull her down. Jillian don't really have that physical strength like some of these fighters, like I said, like Tyler and them. She's going to have to use her timing to get these moments to the ground where she needs to be. Agapova, she just needs, like I said earlier, she needs to fight less off emotion. Stop trying to be a scrappy fighter. More technique. Jabs in the face, angles, stuff and takedowns like JJ did. So that level of wrestling has to be there for her too. You got to wrestle somebody like Jillian off you to create that separation to get back to your feet. BJ said she will play with Agapova on the feet until Agapova makes that critical mistake. You think she's going to play with Agapova? You think that's wise? Do you mean like try to strike with her, tease her, or do you mean she's going to try her best to time her striking at this point? Because I don't like that word play mixed with, in the feet ain't your game. I don't like that word play in there. You know what I mean? Like you say, she play with Agapova on the feet. She can't play with Agapova on the feet. I mean, if she gets to the ground, it's her world. That could be her mistake. To me, Jillian's got to be on the inside, working, controlling that head, taking Agapova off of her feet, putting her on the balls of her feet off balance with her back to the cage, to get her down. Robot Chicken said, this is what I love about Jillian. She's always trying to sharpen her skills. She's always in grappling tournaments. Jillian would have become a female version of Oliveira if she tightens her hands. That's all I'm saying, man. Like if she gets her basic 1-2 down and she gets her combinations down, she could be Oliveira. Like Oliveira, one of my favorite fighters because of that, because he's just so well versed. Like you think he can't throw hands, boom, catches you with a beautiful uppercut. Beautiful punch placement from a fighter people think is just a submission artist or jiu-jitsu specialist. He's good like that. Jillian needs to take that same approach. Like this is the fighter she needs to study. She needs to study Oliveira and only him, man. Because I'm picking him to win against what's his name, in his upcoming fight. Let's see. No Filter said she'll make Agapova believe she wants to strike. Got you. She'll make her believe she wants to. Agapova will try to take her head off. That's a mistake against Robertson. Yeah. Got to look out for them limbs, man. When them head kicks come, got to look out. Body kicks come, that's her opening. Like, remember when Mateo was trying to kick her? Man, Mateo upset me in that fight, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Robertson. Yeah, Islam. Oliveira beats Islam. No, I said that too, man. Heck yeah, man. I'm picking Oliveira for that. Picking Oliveira, not changing. Marcus said I have Jillian Robertson in this fight, along with a warning in which it comes a time when a fighter who keeps getting taken down by a grappler until they decide that enough is enough. Okay. It was almost more like female Nick Lentz, but without wrestling. Mateo had a chance. Had no chance. I'm taking Oliveira too. Yeah, I'm taking Oliveira, man. Make sure y'all hit that like. We got like 14 of y'all in here. There we go. Mateo had no chance. And same thing could be said for well, I won't say for Agapova, because Agapova moves more. Agapova uses angles. Mateo was more Muay Thai, flat-footed in that fight, you know? So she had success. She wouldn't have no success like Agapova might in this fight. This is going to be scrappy, though, I think. Should be good. You know, so I said, like, these unranked fights, they sometimes they get slept on, but they turn out to be good. I mean, I think I'm looking at the resume now. I like Jillian in this fight. I'm not going to call it a too much of a step down, because Jillian necessarily hasn't went on a crazy win streak. All right. I'm picking Jillian in this fight, but it's not necessarily a step down. It's still a good test for everything she needs to be working on. All right. I'm going to kind of change what I felt the first time, because I thought Agapova had, you know, just thinking about how she approached her fights, that she was on her way out, but we never know what she can offer in this fight. This is still something on the level, right? Jillian should still get full credit for how she can win in this fight. If she wins, if she goes in there and submits her, TKOs her on the ground, she should get full credit, because it's still a test for her. Gatto would have been a hell of a test. I think Gatto would have been the one that really been a tough fight for Jillian. But this one here is more on the level, because even looking at the resume, like I said, she's lost to fighters like Tyler and Miranda. I don't want to go too crazy and hype it up too much, but she can beat this level fighter. When, you know, the ones that crumble mentally, but Agapova still has something that could make this interesting. But with that being said, if it goes to the ground, it's G-Rob's fight. If she can take it into the later rounds, it's still her fight, even by decision. I think she can do it. You know, I think she has the gas tank for it. Shouldn't be an issue unless she gets caught. Even then, if she was to get caught, I think Jillian would take a step back, make an adjustment, go in, take it on the inside and keep it there, right? So yeah, Jillian, either by, you know, submission in this one or a decision. I think she can get it, because if she keeps her on her back, it's her fight. Got to do that for 3 rounds though. Robot Chicken said exactly. People underestimate Charles. Think he's just a grappler. Oliveira would train. Yeah, Dean and Oliveira put that together, and she should be able to get it. I'm just saying, you know, she's got to get it now though, ASAP. Jillian needs to train with Oliveira. Yeah. He said Islam. Yeah, Islam ain't. Yeah, Islam is not Khabib. That's a different thing. It had nothing to do with Khabib. That has nothing to do with Khabib, man. That has all to do with Oliveira's skill set. Robot Chicken said, I'm not giving up on Jillian. She got heart and potential. Yeah, she got to get it though. Got to get it. She's 27 years old. That's prime age. Start linking up with the right people and get comfortable on your feet. So who do y'all got before we move on to the next fight? BJ ain't got to say nothing. I know he already got Jillian. He said TKO by Jillian, ground and pound. That's his girl, ride or die. But who do y'all got? Agapova or G-Rob? Let me know before we move to this next one here. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Who y'all got? Who y'all got? Who y'all got? And hit that like button. Got 12 people. Let's get to 10 likes at least, because that's how the notifications go out. So people still say they don't get a notification whenever I'm on. So, do that. BJ said pick smart people. He said pick smart people. All right, Zaman said he's got Jillian by round 2 submission. Ryan says G-Rob all day. 2B said I'm going to go with Jillian by submission. Jillian got more subs than Jersey Mike's, right? Let's see. Should be no problem. It should be no problem. And this one is all my pick. This one is all my pick off my analyst. It's all my pick. BJ didn't hypnotize me on this one like he did with the Montana Macy fight. It is all my pick. No hypnosis was involved. Okay. No hypnosis, no subliminal messages, no, what do you call it? Is it masking? Is that what it's called? How they do with music? Y'all ever heard of that? Masking. What is it called? Let me see where it's at. I think that's what it is. Masking. I think that's what it's called, masking. You know how they put subliminal messages in songs, especially like the popular music. I don't want to go into all that, but basically, I knew you was gonna say that. I'm just saying, man. I'm just letting you know, man. No hypnosis was involved. It is my pick. Mark said, I'm throwing my pick in the river since everyone is picking you. Oh, man. James Press, what's going on? He said, fight just for the sake of fight. Neither will get to the top. And he said, when is it happening? It's fight week, man. We talking fights this week. Where is Monty? Monty Python? Okay. G-Rob. Damn, y'all are wrong, man. Ain't nobody pick Agapova. I might switch up my pick and go to Agapova just to pick her, man, because y'all wrong. Agapova by TKO is very possible. That's her only victory. That's only her only way of getting it. Or because she can't do what JJ Aldridge did. I don't think she has enough takedown defense or improved ground game. Yeah, I know. James they don't even know the fight, and he said neither one gonna make it to the top. I mean, it's a fight. Respect the fighters. Respect the levels to the game. They there. You not. Hey, they fighters, man. Everybody's got their place in the game. And they still put on good fights, right? That's why I have to tell these Weili fans. Everybody's so crazy on Weili. I'm like, hell, there's other fighters out there that put in the work. You know what I mean? There's other fighters out there that are good fighters too. Weili is not WMMA. There's more than one fighter in the division. I had to hold back. I was about to cuss, but I'm just saying, Marcus said, but this do remind me of whenever everyone was picking Lauren Murphy when she fought Misha Tate. Oh yeah, I was like one of the first. Were they? I thought I was like, who else picked Lauren Murphy? I picked Lauren Murphy. I know I picked Lauren Murphy. It seemed like there was a lot of people going Misha Tate because they thought she was bigger, or she was going to. They just thought Lauren Murphy. I picked Lauren Murphy. I know I did. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I thought everybody was picking Tate. I was the only one I thought said Lauren Murphy was going to win. And I wasn't like 100% sure, but I was picking her and I wanted her to win too, though. Right? Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I had thought. Yeah, there was some Murphy picks, but I thought the majority had Tate. I thought you hypnotized everybody again to pick Misha Tate. Okay, let's jump to this next fight. No picks for Agapova. To be said, Agapova could get it by TKO. I agree, but I think my final pick is gonna be Jillian. And like I said, taking full credit this time. Nobody to blame. Here's a good one, y'all. This good fight right here. Lookboonmee versus Denise Gomes. Good fight, but it's kind of, I don't know. It's kind of I don't know for Loma because she's dealing with a bigger fighter here. Let's look at the original matchup. Lookboonmee was supposed to be, who was she supposed to be fighting? Belbita. Diana Belbita, but Belbita pulled out the fight, right? Belbita pulled out the fight. So Denise Gomes just got signed a couple weeks ago. Contender series, I think like week 5 or 6, something like that. She beat, what was her name? That Rayanne Amanda. And before that, I saw her fighting in Invicta, put on a good scrap at flyweight. Now she moving down to 115, making her official debut only about 3 weeks out from the contender series. She answered that call. Belbita canceled. So hey, she steps in. Shout out to Gomes. This girl's tough. She's scrappy. She's a pressure fighter. Big, kind of big for her strawweight, in my opinion. She's about, well, I won't say like height wise she's big, but she about 5'2", but she kind of got some weight to her. She got a little bit of weight to her. When I see her, even walking around, she got a little bit of weight to her. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She likes to work that body. So this fight about to be a banger. I'm gonna just say it right now. BJ said War Loma. This fight about to be a banger here, man. Somebody gonna get kicked in the stomach and they might go down. Somebody might get kicked in the head in this fight. It's just like that. We're talking about this Muay Thai fighter versus Loma. Lifelong Muay Thai. Vicious. Some of the most vicious kicks at 115. Knows how to use her kicks. I mean, all angles. She throws with power. This is Loma I'm talking about. 5'1", but she tries to make up for her size with that aggression and that power on the kicks. But I still think Lookboonmee's hands aren't on the same level. I just don't think her jab is really something to go crazy about, even like her right hand. Her kicks are what's really dominating her fights. Loma, to me, doesn't really have that upstairs, striking. She's coming from Muay Thai, but I can tell, like, even from Muay Thai, she was like mostly controlling with those kicks and knees, but she's gonna need some hands here against Denise Gomes. You got to keep this girl honest because this is a dog. She's gonna be coming in there, and she's gonna have to get respect because she's smaller. You know, Loma's got the experience here. She's been getting that training in with Whaley. Heads up, y'all. I'm just saying. She's been getting that work in, so I know she's trying to improve her game. She's serious. It's definitely looking like, Loma wants to add more to her game. Like, I'm gonna pull up her IG because she says something here. I don't know how much work she got in, or she was just like scouting. I'm sure she got in some work with Whaley. I'm sure she did. Let me see her IG. Hold on. Okay, what are y'all talking about while I pull that up? Let me see. 2B said, I hope I don't jinx her, but I'll go ahead and get this one over with. Gomes all day. Sink said, I didn't know what they were talking about this chat. I was saying general consensus. Yeah, I didn't know either. I thought, well, the chat had some Murphys, but I thought everybody was going for Tate, though. 2B, I read that. He said 2B, it really depends on Agapova's cardio. If she can't stop takedowns, I can see Jillian having being tough enough to get hurt, but not finish. I don't remember she got surgery. BJ said Belbita would have won though. I don't know, man. I don't know if Belbita would have beat Gomes, man. I don't know about that. This girl tough, man. I mean, the way she took out, what was her name? Duty Ava. 125. That's an experienced fighter right there. She is hard. This girl's got pressure. Belbita's got a little bit of boxing to her, okay, striking, but I see Gomes would have beat. I think Loma Lookboonmee would beat Belbita though. Either whoever you're talking about, either one, I think Loma would have won that fight too, man. Yeah, Robot Chickies. Yeah, she has heart. James said Loma has power in kicks and hands, mostly kicks, in my opinion. She got some, like I said, her hands need more work, but it's mostly about her kicks. This girl got some vicious body kicks. Marcus said, yo, have you heard about Velasquez and Carmouche running it back? No, I haven't. She will actually get her rematch. Okay. Well. Okay, yeah. So Loma Lookboonmee was over at the Whaley camp where she got a chance to meet with her. Hold on. There we go. And boom. There we go. Okay, yeah. There's her IG right there. Can y'all see that? Y'all see that IG? Loma said, I've always thought I trained really hard, but getting to watch. Okay, yeah. So she watched Whaley. Getting to watch Whaley train, I'm like, holy, that girl trains hard. I know why she was the champion. I see that. And that is what it takes to be a champion. It definitely lit a fire inside of me. Okay. And as you can see here, she's working on her ground game. She's over here working with fighters like Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill's working with her striking. Right. So it's like it's a circle. You help me, I help you. That's good. Loma getting some pointers from Casey O'Neill, vice versa. And like I said, getting to see Whaley train. Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about. Some of these fighters, they think they training hard. I mean, nah, man, when you go see Whaley, you understand why she gets the belt. I mean, you understand why she is where she is. Whaley's on another level from some of these other fighters. No cutting corners. No cutting corners. It's all hard work. And then it all pays off. And they get in the gym. you know? So, going into this fight, hold on, close that. All right. Going into this fight here, man, for Loma being undersized for the division, she's got to be about range here, got to be about picking her opponent apart. That's why I say she's got to make sure the hands are sharper. She's got to use the center of the cage here. You got to see Loma go in there and use calf kicks, straight punches. Gomes doesn't have the best defense. She can be hit. That Rihanna Amanda was landing on her. She just kind of gassed out and then let Gomes get at her. So, Loma being undersized has to be completely on the outside. Make this fight less physical. If it goes on the inside, tie clinches have to be initiated. Body. Knee to body, elbow her, separate. That's what it's got to be, Gomes, she's got nice head kicks. She just can't go crazy throwing kicks. Like, y'all see the contender series fight? She was like wheeling and dealing. I mean, she was dealing them kicks out, like missing a lot, but just throwing a lot. So she's athletic, but she's got to be smarter about her picks. I think she has kill on her mind too much. She comes up short. So she has to use effective pressure. Got to use the push kicks. Got to use her clinch game. Got to get it on the inside and take Loma down and put her on her back. Because Gomes has more ground control to me. She's got size too. I think fight night she'll blow up a little bit more. Height, of course, is not a great deal of difference, but I think Gomes has that advantage, as far as using that weight. Even her head kicks, they can be tricky how she throws them. She throws a lot of spin kicks out there. But to me, I think if I had to pick off experience, I'm going to go with Loma Lookboonmee in this fight. I want to see Loma get another victory. I want to see her go in there and put everything together, man. I know she's undersized. We feel like she's small for this division, but I want to see her advance. I want to see her improve. And I think if she gets this victory, she will realize that I need more than just powerful kicks, So hopefully she puts that together. I know it's going to be a good fight, though, man. Should be a good fight. Sink said, have you seen Eileen Perez's tweets after UFC 279? No, I haven't. I might check it out, though, right now. Robot Chick said, James, you got to be kidding. Gomes the favorite. Gomes is the favorite in this fight. I'm gonna go with Loma. I'm going with Loma in this fight. I think Loma can win a decision. The only way she loses is if she lets Gomes take her down and dog her out. But I think Loma's been putting it together. She's working. Last fight was almost a year ago. She's back. She's back. She's ready for action. War Loma for me. Who do y'all got? I got Loma. I'm going to go with Loma Lookboonmee, y'all. Who do y'all got? Let me know before we get to the next fight. Who you got? Gomes, Loma. I hate this Twitter sometimes. It's like this junk be spamming and weird things be adding. I'm gonna cancel Twitter. I don't really tweet anyway. I'm looking at Eileen Perez. Hold on. Okay. How far out, Sync? Like, how far out? How far on the tweets? Like 2 days ago? Okay, hold on. All right. Hit the like button and put your picks in the comment section before we jump to this next one. Eileen, Does anyone even know who I am talking about? Okay. Eileen Perez on Twitter said the number one contender of 145 wants to fight me. She didn't call for the title. She called for Fiona. Don't tell me I am not the money fight. This nobody wants to be relevant. Okay. So Norma Dumont is a nobody? Okay. Eileen said, with that performance, you think you deserve to fight me. Win a couple more, and then we'll see if you earned it at Norma Dumont. I am not impressed. Oh, man. Got me snorting. That's a good laugh. That's a good joke then. Who is this no name? What is she talking about? What is Eileen Perez talking about? Is she mad or something about? I mean, I'm not going there, but is she mad that everybody's talking about Norma Dumont's, back end? I mean, like everybody's been talking about Norma Dumont. Is she mad about that? Because she over here twerking now, and all eyes are on Norma Dumont and how she looks and her performance in the cage and how she physically looks. What's wrong with these women? Like sometimes I don't get it. She said people are jealous. I don't think Norma Dumont has any reason to be jealous. This is a part of the fight game when you're dealing with women, though. So I'm gonna look at it every now and then. Like Norma Dumont and Eileen Perez at 145. Norma Dumont by TKO. Come on. Norma Dumont by first round TKO. Eileen better get with the program. She better move down to 135 where she need to be. Less twerking and more working. Less twerking and more working. Oh, let me see here. Less twerking and more working. Be my new tweet. Anytime I see these WMMA fighters acting a fool, right there. Be like, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I said it. I'm going to pin it right there. Less twerking and more working. Get your game together before you start twerking. You ain't even won no fight yet, man. Ain't even won no UFC fight yet, and you already talking shit, man. Come on. Oh, James said, how much of a chance do you give Norma versus Nunes at 145? Oof. About 15%, maybe. about 15%, James. No, I like Norma. Don't get me wrong, but I'm respecting the game, man. I'm respecting the GOAT, man. About 5%. No, I'm just playing. No, maybe about 15, maybe about 15, 20%. Yeah, James, about 15, 20%. Pena, I had to give 30 in that 30 range, and that's fair. That was fair. But no, this was Pena's got more of a style and experience for that. So I had to give her higher. I'm gonna give her higher than Dumont all day long. But yeah, that is weird, man. Oh, Ephraim, what's going on? Yeah, who did y'all pick? I mean, y'all put y'all picks in there. I was over here talking. Wait, Marcus Bell said he got Loma. Brian Williams said he got Loma by experience. BJ said he's got Loma. Sink said he got Loma. Okay, so Loma by experience. Marcus Loma. 2 Beats was Gomes, right? 2 Beats is going for Gomes. BJ said Eileen can't hold a flame to the cake queen. Girls go after girls who are hotter than them. No lies there. Ephraim said, I like that Loma seems level-headed, keeps her composure, even if things aren't going her way, but also seems like she lacks killer instinct for the same reason. You know, that's crazy too, because like Loma's a hard hitter, you know what I mean? So her kicks, you know, they're hard. Like I would love to see her go after some fighters more, because she can't get down and dirty with some of these bigger fighters, but she can still apply much needed pressure in these fights, right? Zama said this fight could be close. It's gonna be good. I know that. It should be good. Since I told her to call out Jocelyn Edwards for calling out number 2. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Or call out Ramona Pascual. She's on 2-fight losing streak. Ernest said Norma gets a title shot and gets booted to PFL after close of 145. I mean, hey, ain't nothing going on there, right? 2B said Nunes destroyed Anderson, who KO'd Norma. Marcus said it has been confirmed that Carmouche and Velasquez will fight at 289. Good. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. We'll talk about it. Ernest said Loma by decision. Right. Robot Chicken said Norma sparks everyone. Nunes sparks everyone. Yeah, for sure. Sink said he gives Aldana a better chance than Norma. Let me think about that for a second. With the way Chason was having success on the ground, it's hard for me to say that. I can't fully say that. Sink. I don't. I have to go back and look how Norma looked on the ground a few times, especially with the weight. Because Aldana 135. Let me think. She might. Hands are better. But then, you know, when you go up to 145, Norma Dumont might have a little bit more success with her size, punch resistant, strike resistant. Irene Aldana's got more experience, though. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's a good one to think about. Zama said 15% chance for Vieta. Okay, man, hold on. Since we talking bantamweight, let's go to the next fight here. Okay, so everybody's picking Loma except 2 Beasts. He's picking Gomes. He ain't hypnotizing anybody over here. Everybody's on their Loma. All right, so let's go to this bantamweight fight. Let's go to this bantamweight fight next. And if we talk Eileen, we're going to do that at the end of the show. But, okay, bantamweights. All right, let's look. We got number 7, Aspen Ladd versus the number 8, Sarah McMann. Okay. All right. Sarah McMann. I like Sarah McMann a lot. You know, representing for the age range, this age range. Still strong, tough, but won't be like that forever, man. Time is passing them by. 41 years old. Still got something to offer. Still got enough to beat some of these girls. She proved that in her last fight. You know, but Sarah McMann got to be consistent. Sarah McMann, she has to be consistent. Like, she's got to be on her game now. She has to take more chances, use more tools. Just can't devote her time to just wrestling, of course, but it's working for her. The wrestling works for her, but you still need that next level to her game, because I was looking back at that Juliana Pena fight, and there were many times in there where I was like, hey, she's got to find that range and strike a little bit, get that power going. You can't be on the ground with a high level grappler and not expect to expend that much energy, because that's how Juliana Pena does, right? I mean, Carol Rosa, she took her to school, right? She took her to school. That's how it was going to be. This fight could play out that same way because she's dealing with, Aspen Labs. Sometimes Aspen Labs here, sometimes she's there. Aspen looking like she's been getting her training in. She's been working with New Camp. See her working with Chelsea Chandler. Look like, she's been lifting, strength and conditioning, trying to get that weight down to 135. I don't know, man. With Aspen, I didn't ever see how she got the number 3 in the first place before. I always thought it pushed her up there a little high. That's why she didn't really get the chance to work, to get that work in. I don't know. Let's see. Sink said, oh, what you talking about? Oh, Juliana Pena is his darling. Okay. Yeah, Aspen may be younger, may seem like the fresher fighter to some people, but I just think that there's been a lot lacking with her lately, and I think it's partly the weight, and then you combine that with the mental, and that just makes for a disaster when you think about it. Whenever a fighter can't make weight, can't get disciplined and stay down to that weight, having trouble making that weight, they start to grow that mentality of like, okay, if I can't get on weight, like what's really the point? I just show up, right? That's kind of how I feel sometimes when I'm thinking about her last couple of performances. Like, who was it she fought last? Yeah, Pennington. Yeah, like in the Pennington fight. And before that, Norma Dumont. Both of those fights, you just kind of saw her kind of going through the motions. Like before, you seen her push, get vicious in there, come in there with that pressure. But that was like, about almost 3 years ago. Yana Kunaskai, her last victory. Before that Sarge fight, and that was close. GDR, whew, we had that fight in it. But since then, like, there hasn't really been any noise making from her. A lot of cancellations. Macy, I remember she was supposed to fight Pena, Irene Aldana. A lot of cancellations. So she was at number 3, but it was never really like a rightfully held number 3. You know what I mean? Like, you never saw her hold number 3 and defend that spot, right? It was never really like a moment where we was like, oh, this is where she needs to be, right? Chin, what's up? Chin said, Combo doing me dirty, not giving notifications. Hey, I'm just saying, look, when y'all hit that like button, it's supposed to help. I'm hoping it is. If you hit the like button, you should get your notification. That's what they tell me. So if you hit, hopefully the next few times you get it. Ulysses, what's up? To be said, I think she hasn't been the same since GDR. I was thinking the same thing, man. I'm about to say the same thing. Something about that night took something out of her, right? I think it just took something out of her. Brian said at the time, Ashton won her way to number 3. She got there and the level showed up, right? Same as Mackenzie Dern, just got there by default, basically. But the way I'm judging her number 3, I'm talking like skill set, accomplishments to the number 3. If you look at Manon at number 7, got there off of a good win streak and beat Jennifer Maia. That's about right, right? Chikagan got the number one by beating all these other fighters, right? Good competition, not just because Holly was out injured or Kelly Berry was out injured. Skip those and then boom, boom, you fight. Who did she fight? Let me see. How did she get the number 3? Basically off of Connor Sky, really. Right? Because how high was Sarge 3 years ago? Really, it was just Connor Sky that got her to number 3. So, it's just kind of a default thing. But Sarah McMann, over the past few fights, even in her L's, I haven't really felt too worried about it. Some of the things with her is just mostly about her age, her being up in age and being committed to one style. Sometimes that makes her a little bit more of a target, like against fighters like Pena, even Marion Renault beat her. Those fighters that can hang on and push physically. But going into this fight, I think Sarah McMann has enough to offer against somebody like Ladd. She should. You know what I mean? She should have more than enough what she's been working on. Looking at how she's worked on that overhand right, that powerful overhand right she's been putting together. I remember she was talking about it on her Facebook page where, she was talking about the overhand right is like a go-to punch for wrestlers because it's like their shooting hand. And she says the way she brings it down, it really helps. It helps them deliver that shot. You know what I mean? When they transition it from a shooting hand to overhand right. And she's been working on that, So Sarah, she's got some good things going for her. Strong as crap. She is a strong woman at 41. She just can't get gassed out. She just can't get her will broken. And I don't think Aspen Ladd really is the type to break her will. I don't think Aspen Ladd is going to push her like even Marion Renault did or like Pena. I think it's going to be more of a thinking fight early on for Aspen. She's going to want to kind of take her time. I don't think she's going to go to the ground early against a wrestler. She's going to want to try to get her boxing off. And that's where Sarah McMann surprises her with her power, her overhand right. Really, I'm 50-50 on this one. They 7-8. And, like I said, both fighters, sometimes they have their moments where it's like, where you at? You know what I mean? Come on, this is supposed to be your fight. That's how I'm thinking sometimes with them. So, I don't know. I really don't know with this one. I really don't. Big J said she was getting schooled by Yana too. Aspen, yeah. I don't know, man. Zama said McMann will win first round 100%, then just live bet Ladd with great odds. He said Ladd is exact type to gas out. McMann, who gasses out faster though? Who you think gasses out faster? To be said, Combo Sync got an interesting question. What's his question? Oh, I'm gonna go back up here. Hold on. Yeah, James Crane's crazy resume. Do you think Tyler could make noise at bantamweight combo if she gives up on fighting Val's division? I think so. I think she could. Tyler's a big flyweight. Tyler's big. Got to be more confident in her striking in MMA. She used to, early on, she was always letting go. Some of her early fights. She's got to really commit to that, and I think work on more of her defense, because you're gonna be fighting bigger women. But I think with that extra weight, I think she would be powerful, man. I think 125 would be a weight she could do. I wouldn't be worried about her like with Sarge. Sarge Eubank, she's went to 135 just because she could make 125, but she didn't have the frame or the height and reach. But Tyler's got that. Tyler Santos got, I think better striking than Ketlen Vieira. I think toughest moments would be, getting into the clinch with them fighters. But even then, I think she could have success, man. Now's the time for somebody like her to get in, because I think Tyler has the skills to beat some of them older fighters, right? Because her level is higher than some of these other girls like Carol Rosa, Carol Rosa, even Macy Chiasson, to me. Macy's getting a little bit, better, but it's still not her weight. It's just not her weight. Yeah, I think she would do okay. I think she'd do okay, but I want to see her get a rematch against Val before she go to 125 though. Efren said, I like to break fighters down into fighter, athlete, martial artist categories. Everyone's a mix of all three, but these two very close to 0% in the fighter category. Sarah McMann, martial artist, wrestler, athletic, she athlete. Aspen Ladd, she's working all the time outside. She seems athletic, technical, martial artist. But yeah, that level of fighter, Aspen used to have it early on, where you saw that fighter in her in the early days. So she was kind of a mixture of all three, maybe a little less athlete, but early she was kind of that fighter. Sarah McMann, she a fighter too, but every time when something lacks in a category for them, like they wind up losing, like, you know what I mean? Like when they don't commit to one specific thing in that category, when they get taken into deep waters, like, do you see the fight? So I know what you mean. Yeah. Like, yeah, I remember. Yeah. Aspen used to be a flyweight, just started, growing in their frame. I mean, I thought she was a bantamweight too. It seemed like she has trouble making bantamweight, But some of these girls, when you see them up close, they're not that small. I'm thinking on my pick here, y'all. Hold on. Who do y'all got? Who's that said they had Aspen Ladd by a finish? Ozama said he's got round 3 finish for Ladd. I don't know. Who do y'all got? Who do y'all got in this fight? Ladd or McMann? I'm gonna go with McMann. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Sarah McMann in this fight. I think she's a little bit more committed to what she knows, and I'm gonna go with her skill set too. I think her strength is gonna be a factor, but she's got to be a rhythm fighter. You can't blow the load in the first round. It's got to be a mix, man. Oh yeah, James. I mean, she had to cut both off trying to make 125. Yeah. She used to be a flyweight. I could see it before, yeah, because she was kind of slimmer, but she's growing into her body. She's can't help that. I mean, I don't think she is a flyweight anymore, but I think if with the right commitment she's been making, I think 135 should be no issue. But then again, what do I know? I don't know what she's walking around at outside all the time. So Yeah, Brian said early on Aspen was grimy. Yeah, like she used to be grimy on the ground. Like even when you hear her doing her ground and pound, she was like vicious. Tanya Evinger fight, those Sarge fights, she used to be vicious, letting her hands go. But it's kind of like she lost that kill switch after that GDR fight a little bit, and then started missing weight. You know, yeah, like Macy Barber. Macy Barber, her game's improved. You know, Macy Barber's she's not a quitter. You know, I got to give Macy Barber credit, man. Like she is not a quitter. People dislike her, but you know, I'm starting to like her more. You know, just because I see that she talk a lot of junk. But what are you going to do? You know, she a fighter. You know, Macy is a fighter. You know, she's not a quitter. I got to give her all respect for that. I think the delusional days from her are kind of leaving, and she's being a little bit more realistic, and she's doing the work. That's why she's getting better now as a fighter. 2B said we finally agree. He said Aspen's probably a natural lightweight. Wow, she looks at weigh-ins. Ooh, 155 pounds, you think? Maybe featherweight. Maybe featherweight. I mean, you mean like just walks around at 150, in the 150 range, huh? James said Barber, O'Neal, Blanchfield need to mix it up. Barber, I could see some good trash talk. Oh, yeah, there'd be good trash talk in that fight. Yeah, Barber got a lot of dog, man. She's a 3-round fighter, man. Like, that girl don't quit. She does not quit. Yeah, I just haven't seen that as of lately in Aspen Ladd in a lot of her fights. All right, so yeah, those are my picks. I think I'm gonna go with Sarah McMann. Did y'all post y'all picks? I mean, I know I was in here talking, but did I miss that? Who do y'all got? Sarah McMann? I'm gonna ask one more time. Who y'all got? Sarah McMann or Ladd? This is a hard pick. I mean, it's kind of hard to pick, but who do y'all got? Sarah McMann or Ladd? Before I jump to the next topic, before I get up out of here, who do y'all got? Who you got? Ladd. You think she can pull it off? You got Sarah McMann. Can she wrestle her to death? Who do you got? Let me know. TB said, yeah, walk around is definitely a 155 because she seems like she truly struggles through weight cuts. Yeah, you might be right, man. Like, I hate to be hard on some of these women because, you know, some of these big women with big bones, man, like that just natural thickness to them. A lot of these women gain that weight because, you know, that's they're made to, you know, that they gain that some of that baby weight just naturally, right? So when they mature, they won't be 125 forever or even 135. So yeah, Ernest, she be hiking, man. So I've been thinking, you know, she be moving around a lot. You know, you think somebody would stay a little trimmer, you know, she's doing a lot of hiking and stuff when she does cycling. All right, so Ulysses said he got McMahon. Ephraim said tough pick. I'll go with Ladd. 2 beats McMahon for sure. Ladd round 3 KO. Oh yeah, I don't know if she's gonna bring back the screaming though. James said he'll go with McMahon. Okay, all right. James said I think you missed my comment before. I probably did. My bad. He said I just saw Jocelyn Nunez score 9. Jocelyn Nunez in her only losses against Tyler Santos in 2023. Didn't know they fought. That was 135. Yeah, that was. I talked about that. Yeah, I talked about that a while back. Yeah, I brought that up. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Tyler Santos beat her like 9 years ago. That was early on in their career. Yep. Yeah, some people just can't, cut some things out. And I can't get mad at them. Some people like to eat. Yeah, some people buy certain things they just can't cut out their diet. And just some people like to enjoy certain things. And but if they want to be a fighter, they got to be on it. Yeah, I like to go find that fight. I never seen it though, James, but I wonder how that fight would go now. You know, I want Josiane Nunes versus Eileen Perez. That's what I want to see. That would be the good fight. All right. All right. So what else we gonna talk about here? Let's see. Irene Aldana. What do y'all think, man? Irene Aldana deserves a title shot. She feels like she's done enough work now. Um, she feels like she's back in the mix. What do y'all think? Irene Aldana gets a title shot. Excuse me. I mean, me personally, man. Sink said, yes, she deserves it. Let me think. Going by what we have to select from, it can be argued that she may deserve it. Let's see. I'm looking at the bantamweight division right now. Okay. Juliana Pena lost the belt. Okay. Kelly Vieira already got knocked out by Irene Aldana. Holly Holm beat Irene Aldana, but she already got her title shot. And she's out of the mix right now because she lost to Caitlin Vieira. So it's weird, man. Styles make fights. Irene Aldana, number 4. Irene Aldana has beat Yana Konoskaya at number 6. Never fought Aspen Ladd. Rocky Pennington did beat Irene Aldana before, but she got her title shot and lost. So when you do that math, can't really deny it. Can't really deny it. I mean, I had an idea where her and Pena should fight for it, but I kind of want to see that fight. Saying he said don't want to see her smoke Pena. I want to see that fight, and I think because I'm being a selfish fight fan, but why not? Because Irene's been out for 14 months. Amanda Nunes is not just somebody you just pick up and say I want to fight. And you have to get ready for a fight with somebody like Amanda. Get you a fight or two. Been out for 14 months. Get a win against Macy Chason, who's number 10. That's kind of just like a fight back into the game, and it wasn't even at the weight; it was at a catch weight of 140. So me being strict and harsh, I think she need a legit fight at 135. I'm just saying it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. But I want to see Irene one more time in there with Juliana Pena at 135. Last fight was 140. I want one more fight. Call me whatever you want. I like that fight. You see how I did all that research and said Irene did enough, and then nobody around her is even in the mix to fight Amanda, but now just come back around and say, okay, Irene, you get it, but I still want to see it. Because, Pena is number 1 And Pena, to me, at some point is going to call for a title shot. Or she might say, hey, I deserve it more than Irene. Well, why not have him fight for it? Right? Why not just have him fight for it? Oh, yeah. Right. Robot Chicken said, hit that like. Sink said 3-fight win streak, 3 KOs. No. She didn't get 3 fights in a row. She lost to Holly Holm. Don't forget that. 2 fights, 2 KOs. Got throw. She 3-1. That Holly Holm fight still counts, Sink. I'm just saying. She got she beat Vanessa Mello. Then she beat Ketlin Vieira with a first round knockout. Lost to Holly Holm. Beat Yana Kunitskaya first round finish. 14 months later, she stops Macy Chiasson. So she got some nice stoppages in there. Just kind of far in between, a lot of inactivity. And I'm actually looking out for her because, like I said, Macy coming off a 14-month layoff is not really going to prepare you for Amanda. Not saying like Pena will fully prepare you for Amanda, but it'll get you back in the mix for real sharp. I know she said she hadn't had any ring rust or octagon rust or whatever, but I just want to see one more win on there. It's pretty from the outside because, it's a lot of finishes there. But when you think about it, when you look at how much space was in between, still. All right, got about 20. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Efren said this isn't exactly WMMA related, but what do you think about this trend of people missing weight and their opponents being pressured and accepting catch weights instead of getting that 30%? I don't like it. Efren. I'm glad I came back to your question. I really don't like it because it's kind of like they're putting them into that situation like, oh, it's going to be your fault because you could have accepted the fight, right? It's kind of like putting a lot of pressure, like you said. It's kind of putting pressure on them to make them be like the guilty one. But my thing is, it's like, know what? Hey, I want to make sure I'm taken care of. And the way we're going to do that is, hey, let me get that 30%, right? Because in her situation, Irene wound up accepting it, right? So she didn't get anything. See, Macy and them, I guess their team presented that to her, like, hey, can we make this catch weight? Can you agree to it? And she did. My thing is, I would have been like, I don't want to do it that way. Like, if I'm going to fight you at a weight that you're more comfortable at, hey, I want to be compensated for it. I know they wanted a challenge, Irene said, but to me, I don't think that's fair. Like, if they keep doing that with other fighters too, I just don't think that's fair, man, where they make you have to accept their mess up and then I don't get compensated for it. I don't care about it. I don't care about the show at this point. I'd be like, hey, my health is at risk. My pockets are at risk too. Where's the money? That's going to compensate me for this, just in case something does happen in there. So, yeah, I'm not down with that trend. I'm not cool with that. Like I said, it's one thing if they try, but even then, if it's already in their mind to just say, you know what, I'm going to stop at this point and then see if they're okay with it, But then when you accept, you don't get anything. So, I don't want to do that. I don't like that. James Press, I think the weight thing is a pick and choose. Dana makes it a catch weight, especially when the guy who missed weight has Dana privilege. It takes the purpose of giving the 30% person. Yeah, there's always going to be them special cases, the ones where he knows carry a lot of weight or is the future of his company. You know what I mean? I thought that was just kind of like ridiculous. You got 3 back-to-back catch weights. Sink said, whose resume was better? Whose resume is better deserving of a title shot? Pena or Aldana now? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see. But Pena has Caitlin, Yana, and Macy. Pena's last two fights were Amanda. Before that, she lost to GDR and she beat Sarah McMann. And Nico Montano, that was like 3 years ago. I might go ahead and say Aldana on that, man. Because there were some very clear-cut wins for her, you know. Sarah McMann had her moments in that Pena fight, I think, right? Is that the fight I'm thinking of? She just really turned it on and broke Sarah McMann down when she started gassing. I think Irene Aldana's got the more impressive wins, though, outside of the championship fight. Outside of the championship fight. Oh, I was just reading that comment. It was way back up there. Hold on. 2B said Irene agreed because the commission wouldn't let them fight at all. If Irene weighed in at 135 and Macy missed by 7 pounds. She should have, yeah. So she got down to 135. It would have made her pay out. Reminds me of last time Aspen missed weight. Her opponent refused, and they rewarded Aspen by moving her fight to the next card. Like, come on, you got to reschedule for the girl who made weight. Right. Yeah, that was Macy, actually, right? And then Macy missed weight in her next fight, right? Robot says, if you don't care, then why are you talking about trilogy? Oh boy, James, what are you talking about? Oh, hold on, I was going back up here. He said it just seems weird because it seems like it all comes down to whether the other fighter decided to also give up making weight or making weight his plan and getting the 30%. You know, for Aldana's situation, you know, I think she was already down to like 137. I think she would have been cool with it. But I think it just came down to her just saying, you know what? I'm going to stop right here, because you would think if she would have went down to 136, and that's the thing. I don't know if I mentioned that though. Like Irene, if she would have got down to 136 and they would still made the fight, then she would have had to pay that 30%, right? That's what kept flying out of my head. I should have been saying that. Like Irene, if she would have made 136, Macy would have had to make the payout, right? So I think she should have did that. You know, it's just one more pound, but maybe she didn't want to get the rest to cut off. You know, maybe she didn't want to. You know, maybe not. Gabriella, what's going on? She said Eileen's tweets are funny. Oh man, her tweets are crazy. Let me pull them things back up. I mean, we just talking now anyway. Well, while you're here, Gabriella, who's your picks for these 3 fights? Agapova, Robertson, who do you got? McMann, Lad, who do you got? Loma Lookboonmee, Denise Gomes, who you got, Gabriella? Man, let me go back to this Twitter again. Hold on. To be said, no, I'm saying she wouldn't have got the extra compensation because the commission wouldn't let the fight take place if the weight miss is too high. Well, yeah, if it wasn't too high, yeah. But in this case, if she would have got the 136, it would have been just 4 pounds. I mean, they've done about 3 or 4 pounds before, right? So in this case, I think they would have made that because the way she said it to herself is like she just went on and accepted it, and since she accepted it, and she wasn't closer to the weight, and it was just a catch weight fighting. And Singh said maybe Nunes goes up to featherweight to fight Dumont. Past 2 fights have been at 135. Probably, because it is time for her to do that there, right? Defend that featherweight belt, if you want to call it that. Strayo, g'day. What's going on? Let me look at this, man. Hold up. Eileen, what are you talking about here, girl? Eileen Perez, this is entertaining, boy. Let me see. Eileen, how you gonna call Norma Dumont a nobody? Look at this. With that performance, you think you deserve to fight with me? She gonna tell Norma Dumont, win a couple more, and then we'll see if you earned it. She gonna tell Norma Dumont to win a couple fights. Come on now. What about you? What about you, Eileen? I'm just saying, man. Like, what you talking about? Oh man, this is crazy. I'm just kind of flipping through here. What? So did Stephanie Egger push her or something? Like push her unconscious body off? She said FYI, after I beat or get beaten by a fighter in a cage, I show respect. I don't push their unconscious body off me and disrespect them. Selling the fight is one thing, but showing zero respect for your opponent after the fight ends is where you see people's true colors. Did Stephanie Egger push her off like that? I mean, I've seen people do that before. I think they get caught in the moment, but it is rude, like if somebody passed out and you shove their unconscious body off. I didn't notice that. Look at this. She said, look, don't think I forgot that you backed out 8 days before the fight, Zara. You are not going to escape me. Oh, this girl's Twitter is funny, man. I'm gonna have to start pulling her Twitter up more. We might have to start doing an Eileen Perez tweet of the day. She got some crazy tweets, man. None of that twerking, none of that stuff. I ain't pulling that stuff up. I'm just talking about what she says. Cause it's kind of funny. She's funny. That's the entertaining part about her Twitter. I don't want to see all that other stuff. I don't want to see all that shaking and all that. But what she's saying over here is kind of funny. Because it's just, we talk about Macy Barber being delusional. This girl funny. Well, the game needs it, right? Every now and then the game needs it. Eileen Perez tweet of the day. She just don't know. We over here talking. Is her nickname Fiona as in Shrek Fiona? Wow. I don't even know. Like, I don't know anything about Shrek. To be said her point is invalidated because she wasn't unconscious. Okay. Yeah, everyone. She's trying to play heel. That's all, and she's doing a good job of it. Well, I think she's doing a good job of being a comedian. She's doing a good job of entertaining us. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. You gotta do something. What was the other tweet she said? Oh no, did y'all see the tweet where she said something about Amanda and Nina Ansaroff reposted it. She reposted that Nina Ansaroff tweet. No, Nina Ansaroff reposted her tweet and was like, "This aged well." It was no, Nina Ansaroff reposted something about Eileen Perez saying, Nunes was nobody or something like that. Something about her like that. And Nina Ansaroff reposted it and she was like, hey, I see your tweet. Your tweet lasted, it didn't last very long, or it didn't age well. Sorry. She's like, your tweet didn't age very well. Right after she got submitted. James said, what do you think about Mike Perez and Nate Diaz and BKFC? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't really like Mike Perez. I don't want to see Nate Diaz take too much punishment anymore either. I like him as a fighter, but he's seen better days. If I was guaranteed Nate Diaz would whoop Mike Perry, then fine. I don't really care for Mike Perry. I mean, if Nate Diaz was guaranteed to put Mike Perry down, then yes. But I don't really care. I don't really care about that fight. Brian said, no, we still need to see the twerking. No, we don't. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. Valentina was forced to go to flyweight because she knew beating Amanda is out the question. If not, she'd be a bantamweight. Dang. Well, not just the fact. I don't want to make it sound like she's running from her, but she realized that that's not her weight. 125 is a much better weight for her because she only walks around like 130, 131, right? And she knew, like the man is just a bigger fighter. So I gotta get in a division where I can fight to my full potential without having to step up against women that are too big, right? But yeah, Amanda won. However you want to put it, Amanda won both of them. Amanda's bigger, powerful, strong. I'm not going to say Amanda's a GOAT. I'm not doing that though. But Amanda's very, very, very good fighter. Pound for pound, number one today. Lafayette's in the building. What's going on, man? Brian Williams said, yes, we do. He said, yes, we do. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it and I won't do it. I refuse to do it. I refuse to show it. I refuse to look at it. I'm just saying. I am just saying. Them tweets are funny though. To be said, what was that? What's that she was saying about the window? The window. What did she say about the window? What did she say about the window? Oh, you caught that, Brian, then. Okay. You saw what I was doing. That's called masking. And see if he caught that. James, did he catch that? He didn't catch that. I snuck it in there. But it is, that's what it is, Brian. I mean, we can't, deny it. I mean, we can't really deny, Nunez's resume. He said, "Don't look, just look, don't show it, but definitely look." Oh man, two beats that not a thing. Stammer reminds guys to step away from the window. Oh, okay, yeah. When you start talking crazy, start getting closer to that window. Oh yeah, two beats. That's when somebody gets close to the window. Like whenever BJ is talking about Casey O'Neill beating Manon Firo, step away from the window. That's the perfect example. Casey O'Neill gonna beat Manon. Step away from the window. Step away. We know that ain't happening. You got one leg out the window. Actually, you got half your body out the window. Oh wow. I'm watching this. I'm watching this lady in a wheelchair. Amputee, and she is getting it in on the mitts, man. Like this girl working. Older lady, she working. She working the mitts. Yeah. Oh, Lafayette said Arujo might beat Casey. Arujo might beat Casey. I think Arujo beats Casey. I think she might beat Casey. I think she will beat Casey. And everybody gonna think I'm hating because I say it with confidence like that. She would beat Casey. Oh boy, Chikagan and Manon. I just posted that up just to remind everybody that fight is still coming. Let's see, Manon, Firo. What is the date on that fight? Let me just kind of go through what we have coming up real quick. Sometimes I be forgetting this stuff because it's just been busy, man. Like you take a look at the schedule, then you be like, dang, that fight is tomorrow. Hold on. Uh-oh, you heard Brian. Brian said, James, this is your first warning. Brian is basically saying, once you comment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row, he times you out. That's what Brian Williams is saying. Brian Williams is saying, once you comment 10, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in a row, he's saying you're going to get timed out for like 300 seconds. He said you can get put in that yellow card. You can get put in that box for about 300 seconds. You stand in the corner for 5 minutes. 15 minutes. Zama said back control, takedown and control versus pitter patter from Shevchenko. Wow. Okay, so September 17th. Wait a minute. So after the 17th, we don't have any more cards until October 1st? Wow. Excuse me. Oh, wow. So after this card coming up, we on the Dern Yan Janan. That's going to be the next card. So September 17th is the last card until October 1st. From there, we got, let's see. Oh, which is only skipping one weekend. So it's only 2 weeks. So yeah. Okay. So the 17th, we got a card. We don't have a card the 24th. So it's just one weekend. Then we get a card on October 1st. Okay, so we only go on a week like we usually do. That's all. So Dern Yan Janan is next in two more weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, dang. I know it's that close. Dern Yan Janan, Panay, and Tabitha Ricci. No. Yeah, that's right. Panay, Tabitha Ricci. Who else is on that Dern Yan card? Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up. I think Kareem Silva had an injury. Jillian Roberts said something about that. Natalia Silva, she's online. I mean, she been posting. Yeah, Robot Chicken. Bellator got to take better advantage, man. Like the next weekend, they need to have a full on card. The 24th, yeah, they need to have a card, man. Okay, let's see. Full card for the women. We got Panay, Ricci, and just yeah. And Stoyarenko and Chelsea Chandler. So that's 2 weeks. Dawkins and Rosenstruik is on this card. Okay, yeah. Have y'all seen? Was that Cody Garbrandt? Yeah. Oh yeah, Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, he's on this card. Yeah. Oh wow. Robot Chicken did it before. Oh boy, James got timed out, man. I can see James's comments on the StreamYard, but I didn't even know. I looked on the YouTube version and y'all got him timed out. Robot Chickens. See, Brian was giving a warning, but Robot Chicken said, oop. He said, this is your first warning. Brian Williams said, this is your first warning. Robot Chicken said, nope, no more warning. 2 weeks said it going, he going that heavy. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. Oh man. Okay, we moving on. Yeah. Forget that. What about Kareem Silva, man? No, Natalia Silva. What y'all got to say about Natalia Silva? You brought her up. Let me see. Let me see what Natalia Silva got in the mix. Was a little bit of modeling. Okay. Since her last fight in June, nothing on the horizon for Natalia Silva. Let's see. Yeah, Zama, she just fought 3 months ago, but you know how it is. The UFC usually puts these girls on quick turnarounds. So let's see. What do we got? To be said, I need her next test ASAP. Yeah, let's see. Natalia Silva. I don't see any updates online here, but on her IG, she posted a picture, post-fight photo. Oh, that was her post-fight photo. I saw some pictures. Yeah, she was doing a little bit of model. Oh, she's working. Yeah. Look. Oh, here she goes. Just 9 minutes ago on her IG story. She's training. she's just in the gym training, hitting the mats, working on her kickboxing, looking good in there, looking sharp. Taekwondo and jiu-jitsu background. Yeah, she's a pretty solid addition, man. I like Natalia Silva. Straya said, why is the timeout limit 5 minutes? Needs to be a week, in my opinion. Oh, man, y'all crazy tonight. Got me tripping tonight. Mark said James be acting like he drinks Valentina bath. Wow. Oh, my goodness. Brian said Natalia is hot and an exciting fighter. They need to keep her working. That's what I'm saying. Like, they're always talking about, certain girls with the it factor, certain looks. Well, this is a fighter that I think is ready to come back one more time this year, at least, right? She fought in June. Give her another fight. Give her another fight soon. Give her another fight. I mean, who do y'all want to see Natalia Silva fight? That's the question. She's got some very good stand up, man. Hand speed, angles. I like her front kicks, side kicks. I like her takedown defense. As she handled the big fighter. Handled the big fighter in Jasmine. I know Jasmine, not like the best wrestler, but she was still able to neutralize her. So what do you think, man? Natalia Silva, who could she fight? Robot Chicken says she's smoking hot. Okay. Who can Natalia Silva fight? Maria Silva was supposed to fight Jillian Robertson, but I heard she had got injured. Let's see. Natalia Silva. Her and Montana De La Rosa would be a good fight. Straight said Pinheiro. She's actually not 115. She's 125 straight. But you know what? Now that you mentioned it, can she make 115? I mean, she ain't the biggest flyweight. To be said JJ Aldridge. That's not bad. That'd be a good stand-up fight. Zama said Andrea Lee. That's kind of a big step up. What is that? The number 9 fighter? Y'all ready to see her fight the number 9 fighter? I mean, that's just a question to y'all. Y'all think she can fight the number 9 fighter? I want to see Macy Barber and Andrea Lee, though. I'd rather see Macy Barber and Andrea Lee. But yeah, Natalia Silva, I don't know, could she make 115? She's not like a huge flyweight. Maybe that could happen. Yeah, I don't want to see the Silvas fight. Yeah, I don't want to see the Silvas fight at all. Only if they were like fighting for the title eliminator, but I don't want to see that fight. Todd Johnson, what's going on? Todd Johnson in the building. He said, what up, Combo? Great show as always. I appreciate you, bro. He said, a lot of fighters with traditional martial arts and jiu-jitsu do really well and are marketable. De La Rosa would be a great fight. Yeah, De La Rosa is a good one, man. That's going to test her clinch game too against this type of fighter. And if it goes to the ground, but I don't know, man, her striking and speed, she might be able to just outpoint and put hands on DLR. Everyone seems to have a frame for 115. You're not lying, man. I mean, look at her picture right here. The girl that fought last night, Bruna Brazil, looked a little bit bigger than her. Because, Karine Silva, she looks like a flyweight. Natalia Silva, very slender. Very slender, looks like a flyweight now that Freya mentioned her fighting Luana Pinheiro. Oh man, she would beat Luana Pinheiro. If she moved down to 115, she would whoop Luana Pinheiro. Luana Pinheiro's got power in her hands, but her striking IQ isn't the best. Luana Pinheiro would get worked. Yeah, she's even in her pictures like this, she's very lean, right? Brian. Oh, straight as I thought she was 115 and fought at 125 on short notice. Maybe I'm confused. No, it might be her. I think because Karine Silva definitely not. Karine Silva definitely not. She kind of she looked bigger than me. Double check though. Okay. Let's go back to 2019 because she was out for 3 years too. So she could do whatever she wanted as far as weight. No, back in 2019, she fought at 126. 125. No, she's a flyweight. She's a flyweight. Jungle fight. She's been fighting at 125. Maybe it is Karine Silva. No, yeah, Karine Silva, 125 to 126. She's always been, Efren. Yeah, she's always been there. What about Karine Silva? Oh, okay, yeah, 2016 strawweight. Yeah, that was a long while ago. Brian Williams said, yeah, she has speed, moves well, and has great cardio to match her style. She looked like she could go all night in her last fight. Yeah, she got style that can go all night, man. Just the way she moves, like good takedown defense too. Like she'll clinch up with you and put that strength on you too. But then she'll go right back to just putting them strikes together. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here in 7 minutes at 2-hour mark. We'll call it a night. I knew I shouldn't have said that. Stray said go all night. I knew I said something in there that somebody was gonna catch. When I said she could go when I said she could go all night, he said, "What's the number?" I don't know. I'll hit Dana up. I'll ask Dana. I knew I said something. I was like, "Uh-oh." James, you back, man. James is back in the house. It's all good, James. Efren said a lot of fun stand-up fights for her. There to fire up the petition, y'all. Yeah. Natalia showed us that a 3-year layoff doesn't always mean that you will lose a step or octagon rust. No, there was a fighter. There was a fighter on the Contender Series last night. He'd been out for 3 years, I think. He got a contract. I can't remember his name. Man, y'all gotta watch Todd Johnson. Yeah, man. He said thanks for the show. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Y'all see the Bruno Brazil fight, man? I did a video talking about it, but did y'all see that? I like her, man. I like her stand-up, man. I like her style. I ain't, me, I ain't overhyping now, but this girl got size and she got some style to her. This girl right here looks like a good addition. Looking like a good addition. She is a good addition to the strawweight. I mean, you look at some of the other ones they signed. I mean, why not, right? Yeah, I did a video talking about this. Maybe I'll talk about it tomorrow if I get on, but I don't know if I will get on tomorrow, but to be said, I felt bad for Martin. I kind of did too, definitely, man, because I've been following her for a while and I didn't even know I forgot she was getting a contract. I mean, a chance at the Contender Series, man. And I was like, wow, when it happened, I actually missed the fight. And I saw it on IG, the playback, and I was like, oh, snap, McMann got knocked out. I was like, dang. Coming in at 5-0, and I seen a few of her LFA fights. She's a pretty good fighter. She's got some dog in her. But this girl right here, man, Bruna Brazil, she ain't playing with them kicks. Look at that, man. Look where she's putting it too. Like she's putting all that pressure in with that kick. It wasn't one of these kicks that knocked her out either, though, man. Right? It wasn't one of these kicks. It was a head kick. Straya said Bruna Brazil versus Teresa Bleda. Who do y'all got? She's a strawweight. I wouldn't even match them up because, Teresa is a flyweight, strong flyweight, and Bruna Brazil is flyweight, and Bruna Brazil is a strawweight. Yes, she's a much bigger fighter. Yeah, she's a big one. I think of her as a bantamweight sometimes. Marcus said Bruna Brazil did struggle against a smaller fighter from 2021, but I want to see how she would do against these other fighters in the UFC. Yeah, I think she's got something, man. Like, she's improved since then. She might struggle then, but that's what it's all about. Struggle early, and then later when you get down the line, get better, man. I think her her control is on point. Of course, put her in there with a couple of girls that like to get down and dirty and wrestle. Demopoulos. Who else is in there? I could see her beating Ricci, though. Robot Chicken said Bleda she'll work ground and pound if an undersized fighter can take her down. Yeah. And Marnik, man, she's like I said, a little shorter. She came in a little undersized, and her main go-to is clinching and wrestling. So when you put that together with what Bruna Brazil is bringing to the table, just I know it kind of spelled disaster for her, but hey. CB said he's calling it Brazil will be my. Oh, he said will be combos 115. But no, hey, you never know, man. I'm rooting for her now, man. I'm a fan, bro. I am a fan. And when she bags them first 2-3 wins, we're gonna be talking. Because this girl's got something. You know how Dana White says, oh, she's got it. She's got the it factor. Oh, that's what Dana White says. So hey, I think the same thing. Two beats about her. She coming in here hot, man. But it's at the 2-hour mark. I'm about to leave y'all on that note. Time to close this thing out, y'all. Good conversation today. James, come on back, James. I mean, look, Robot Chicken, he hit you with that yellow card again, but hey, that's what it is sometimes, You got referees what's that one referee says, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Robot Chicken said, I'm fair, but I'm firm. Shout out to Robot Chicken. He just doing the job. He's just doing his job. Some a little bit more stricter on it, like Robot Brian. He gave you the warning. Brian didn't act on it right away, but Robot, he said, "Hey, you're out for 300 seconds. Right? That's how it go. Yeah, the triple threat's coming straight. You know, as soon as we see what this girl can do, hey, don't be surprised if we get one. Yeah, strawweight. Difference that felt bad for Marnik too. Love WWE but most girls really don't get on my radar until they're already in the UFC. I've been following Marnik, reminder that people's dreams are being crushed out here. Yeah. I was tuning into a lot of LFA fights. You know, she was putting in work. Something told me it was a little too soon, man. Just like when Tabitha Ricci got in, too soon, you know, too soon. And maybe she could have mastered, you know, trying to close distance more and, you know, get in there and close, you know, get a little bit more strength and work on that ability to pressure these tall fighters. Hopefully we can throw Gomes in there. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what Gomes look like this weekend, bro. All right, but on that note, I'm getting up out of here, y'all. Shout out to y'all in the chat. Good conversation as always. Hit that like on y'all's way out. And yeah, like Brian said, yeah, like I always say, yeah, come on back. It's all good. You know, some that's how the hockey team is, you know, sometimes somebody out there throwing the ball, you know, throwing the puck, getting in fights all the time. They have to be set to the side to relieve the steam. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. Hit that like button on y'all way out, y'all. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.